I won't get drunk no more, no more. The old refrain, it shines with use. While you sop your bread in barley wine and mop your floor in tobacco juice. So they kicked you out of paradise, grinned and locked the garden gate. What those devils called your greatest sin, Gabriel and I call you greatest state. And where you gonna run? Tell me, where will you roam? You can't go home. You can't go home. You can't go home. You can't go home. Oh, Pilgrim, you can't go home. The gilded cage cannot contain the gypsies of the earth. The poet and the tumbleweed discuss what rootlessness is worth. And pity those who never felt inspiration's cold wet nose that wakes you up out in the ditch where you're tumbling round, where the four winds blow. So where you gonna run? Tell me, where will you roam? You can't go home. You can't go home. You can't go home. You can't go home. Oh, Pilgrim, you can't go home. The polaroids of Indio show desert flowers entwined. Their nakedness has already been blasted by the sands of time. But still you thought your Sarah Jane would wait for you till who knows when. But that little girl's got a new tattoo to let you know you can't go home again. And where you gonna run? Tell me, where will you roam when you can't go home? You can't go home. You can't go home. You can't go home. Oh, Pilgrim, you can't go home. So spin the wheels of St. Columbus and ride his golden calf. Climb up the silver strings of the mandolin till you can hear the angels laugh. And if rock and roll is more your thing, go ahead and wear the flag. 'Cause chaos needs another king, a pillar of smoke who don't look back. and torn, my tails hung out, a ship with tattered sails, been down and out around the horn to chase the great white wave. I crowed the night and crowed the day, I saved my song for eternity. Now here I find you gazing out of the window with St. James Infirmary. So where you gonna run? Tell me, where will you roam? You can't go home, you can't